In 2019, thousands of student volunteers surrounded cars driving up to residences at McMaster University.
This is Cade!
Pulled the incoming students from the car and helped their families move their belongings inside. But this year, only a handful of volunteers greeted the class of 2025.
We just want to give our families who are coming in lots of space to be able to move in a safe and, again, like I said, subdued way.
Families were asked to schedule their move-in times in advance over 9 days. Usually, move-ins happen over one weekend.
In 2019, our peak day saw 1,700 students move in. This year, our peak day, which will be Sunday, will see less than 600.
When students arrive, they're asked to first come to this tent here to show proof of vaccination. All students are expected to be fully vaccinated by the time they move into residence. Just 2 weeks ago, McMaster also announced that all staff and students must provide proof that they are fully vaccinated to be on campus. And that's not the only COVID-19 precaution being taken in residence. Along with masking and gathering limits, students can spend time with their neighbors, but won't be able to visit other dorms.
They're reasonable. It's just, it's a little restricting, because we're not allowed to have guests. Like, I understand it, it's really frustrating, I can't see my friends. It's hard.
It creates confidence in the students to know that they're safe and that, we're doing the best we can to stay safe during such a hard time.
And during the school's Welcome Week event, students will have color-coordinated wristbands to make sure they stick with their own residents. Eleni Marinucci is a community advisor, an upper-year student who lives in residence with the first years. She says there's mixed emotions moving into Head Hall this year.
You can tell they're definitely excited, but you can tell that there's also a little bit of worry in the back of their mind, which makes sense. We're still in the midst of a pandemic.
But even with some COVID-19 restrictions and the pandemic still looming, many students are excited for their first taste of freedom.
Since we did the last year fully online, I think this year it'll be a little bit more normal.
I mean, to be honest, I'm going to miss him as much because it's just Tim and I that used to sit down and watch the baseball games and ball games, and now it's just going to be me yelling at the TV instead of both of us yelling at the TV.
Emily Tayler, CHCH News, Hamilton.